I know Hillary Clinton. I have spent much time with her, and I tell people all the time, I think other people who know her tell them, this is really an issue that we should get rid of because she is very trustworthy. But more importantly, I think for a presidential election, this is a woman with policies that are going to lead us forward. This is a woman who you saw at the debate has such control of the issues and such a leadership quality. This is someone who could be commander-in-chief. So I think that's really what people are looking at. You're about,
depending on which poll you look at in this state, between about 5 and 7 points off. Trump is ahead at the moment. What are you doing on the ground? Just tell us about what actually happens here.
Well, and I would say we have polls that say that's even, and I think it's always been a toss-up state. It'll always be a toss-up state. But what we're doing, which I think is really important, we have people on the ground. We have 33 offices across the state. We have hundreds of volunteers and organizers, and we are making a push towards early voting to make sure everybody gets their voice heard, because we believe if we turn out our people, we win.
It seems like there's a big distinction between the voter in the cities, like Des Moines, and the rural areas. And do you say to yourself, I'm not going to even focus on the rural, I'm just going to go city? How do you do it?
You know, I think Hillary Clinton is talking about issues that matter to all the people of Iowa. You know, when I talk to people, and we go rural or urban every day, and I don't know if it's as much divided, but people are talking about college affordability. People are talking about the economy and what she can do to bring jobs to America. We really are talking about those sort of things, or minimum wage, or whether we can get equal pay for equal work. These are the kind of issues that really, whether your kitchen table's in rural or urban America, these are the important issues.
Let me ask you a question, though. You're talking about issues and policy, and yet so many people look at this election as one of personalities. The owners of this place, where Java Joe's this morning, talked about how much they enjoyed spending time with Donald Trump. They like his personality. They liked him as a person, and I get the sense they didn't really like her in the same way.
I don't know what to say to that, except that when you run our country, I want to make sure we have someone who has the kind of intellect and the kind of policies and the kind of steadiness to make sure we have a foreign policy that's appropriate and an economic policy that's appropriate. And I got to tell you, whether Donald Trump is a nice guy or not, he looked unhinged in that election, in that debate. He looked unfit to be our leader, so that's where I go.
USA Today agreed with you this morning in an editorial, so there is that trust issue. They called him a liar, but I did want to understand this. The biggest issues here in Iowa, when you sort of go down, tick down the list, top issue that you're trying to address?
I would say economy.
Economy. And it's a tax issue for people? I mean, how are they thinking about that particular issue?
I think it's a jobs issue for people more than anything. And I don't know if you saw, but Mark Zandi, who was an economic advisor for McCain, he says that in Iowa specifically, Hillary Clinton's plan would increase by 100,000 jobs in Iowa, and Donald Trump's plan would decrease by 33,000. So I think that is what people are looking at, the economy.
And so over the next couple of weeks, there's the debates. Which and do you think that's having an impact here in Iowa?
I do. I do. People, we had a rally yesterday. People are really excited about who they really saw Hillary Clinton and saw who she can be and what she can be as a leader.
Real quick before we go, we talked about TPP with a number of guests this morning. Both candidates say they're against TPP. You could argue that Donald Trump says he's more against TPP or has bigger trade issues than Hillary Clinton does. But how do you think about that, given that it seems on both sides of the aisle, at least in this state, they want TPP? Well,
I think what Hillary Clinton has said is she wants fair trade. She wants to make sure that we're not getting unfair trade to our country. I think that's where our farmers want to go too. So I think that works with them.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.